So we're taking videos today because I was hurting today pretty bad. This is the first time I've been able to come up for air. So we're gonna take videos of granite, and this is from the Sierra Estrella Mountains near my home. The goldy colored stuff is called AUPT, and the more whitey colored stuff is called AUPD. Actually, the black stuff is primarily platinum. And the platinum precipitates out first, and then the AU and PD precipitate out afterwards, and they create this basement rock that we call granite. Flip that over and you can. And that's not mica. It's not flaky. It's really hard. Really hard. Like, really, really hard. And really bright and shiny. And the black stuff is platinum that's neutron shy of stability, and it's absorbing energy. Platinum has a bunch of different isotopes depending on how many neutrons it has in the nucleus. Some of which are radioactive, and the primary one is PT-190. Um, so you get some beta and some alpha off of it. As we're looking at this, without the light on, the red is primarily alpha. And the blue, you see a little blue in there occasionally, is alpha. And this is basement rock from the Sierra Estrella Mountains. But it's not any different than the rocks in any mountains anywhere, because it all came from the same stuff. And you can kind of see the purpley glow in there a little bit. Kind of cool, you know. But the world around us is a lot more radioactive than we've been led to believe. And one of the reasons that I'm hurting so bad is because I didn't know that before I started playing with rocks on an everyday basis about 35 years ago. We moved over to New Mexico, and I started looking for precious opal, thinking, I could cut my own opals and everything would be dandy. I wouldn't have to buy really expensive opal from Australia. I could just do it here. And what I found out was I had to find out what opal was, and also, of course, what opal wasn't. And in the process, I found out a lot of other stuff. Like, I now have little bits of radiation inside my joints. They went in. This is getting better, and I was just picking at it a little bit, but that has been there, I don't know, for 8 years, 6 years, something like that. Long time. Um, but on this hand, you can see it's where I hold the rocks. And it goes all the way up my thumb and over here to where I'm holding the rock, and then I started grinding on it with like a Dremel and little diamond bits and stuff, and so I've got little bits and pieces of radiation coming out of my fingers, kind of everywhere, and out of my belly because I'm crippled, and so I did it laying down, and it got all over my belly, and it's less than zero on the fun scale. You know what I mean? It's no fun at all. And so here I am taking pictures of rocks and not grinding on them. And not grinding on them. Hopefully I won't get little bits and pieces in my hands quite so much. But I think it's kind of ubiquitous, and we need to be more aware that this stuff is radioactive. Molten rock, which is where granite comes from, is molten not because the devil made it hot and turned the fires of hell up, but because it's radioactive. It's all radioactive, man. And it's just widely disseminated, yeah, right? It's not like concentrated, but it's radioactive, sure enough.